In the previous episode, we used flow.repeat to delete 3 photos. However, the repeat count was fixed. What if we do not know how many photos are in Google Photos, but still want one flow to delete them all? For this, we will use a new node called flow.until. It repeatedly runs a child flow until that flow succeeds. First, we need to decide when deletion should continue and when it should stop. Suppose the flow has deleted several photos and has now reached the final one. The interface now displays no photos. With UI element scan, we can see that its text is no photos, so we can locate it with ui.find. In other words, when no photos appears, deletion should stop. Otherwise, it should continue. Back in the profile, let's compare the new version with the previous one. The previous profile had 3 main nodes: open Google Photos, tap first image, and delete multiple photos. The new version opens Google Photos and runs check no photos. If that check fails, photos remain, so it taps the first image and runs delete until no photos. If check no photos succeeds, there are no photos left, no further action is needed, and the flow ends automatically. Disconnect the flow after wait, then run a test to see how check no photos behaves. ui.find locates the no photos view, so the entire flow stops here. This is the result we want. Now restore one photo and run the flow again. This time, the no photos view is not found. The flow follows the red failure path and continues to tap first image. Next, let's examine the key change in this version, the flow.until node. Its parameters are simple. Every 800 milliseconds, it runs a child flow named delete until no photos, stopping when that child flow succeeds. Now, let's look inside the delete until no photos child flow. It first runs check no photos. If no photos is visible, it returns success. The flow.until node in main then stops, and the entire flow ends. Otherwise, it runs the delete photo child flow. This child flow is unchanged from the previous episode. After the photo is deleted successfully, this child flow deliberately returns failure. That tells flow.until to keep repeating instead of stopping. Finally, let's test the complete flow with 4 photos. It works correctly. The flow is now dynamic. Instead of using a fixed count, it checks for the no photos view and decides whether to continue or stop.